Lou, what did you make of tonight?
Yeah, it was definitely a game with two halves. I thought we were okay in a lot of patches in the first half. I think really disappointing with the reaction at half time, like how we came out and started the second half to concede within, I think it was within a minute. And then obviously to go two behind within, it felt like 5 minutes after that. For a good 10-15 minute period, it seemed like the game was just sort of passing us by. But listen, to show a character, something that we've wanted from the players since we've come in, to come back, and they showed us that. But listen, for myself, definitely, who's come in to help, clean sheets and how we defend is something that I definitely will be looking at and going back over the video, because I was a defender myself and I pride myself on trying to make sure that we can keep clean sheets and things like that.
It was a bit of a carbon copy really from Saturday. Started the first half quite well, had some good opportunities and a bit of quality. Of course, Wesley's quality down the right, got us a penalty which he did finish. But then the start in the second half just didn't come out. And as I said to the gaffer on Saturday, why?
Yeah, listen, that's why we're obviously been given the job in terms of, listen, we're coming in after what's been a fantastic spell for Darryl and previous staff and how well they did, but now it's for us to sort of take it from where it is, and we've got to take it on. Listen, at the moment we've got little bits and pieces that we want to try and implement. It's tough when we haven't been able to sort of bring our own players and really work on that with a prolonged sort of period. But like, listen, that's not to say that we should be better in these games that we're showing at the minute. I think at the minute, I think we've started to identify the problems, but it's tough to sort of try and implement that in this little short period that we've got. But listen, ultimately we're going to be judged on performances and results, and at the minute they've not been to what we believe they should be. But on the flip side of it, we've been able to stop the rot a little bit with a little point today out on the road, and I think we've been really good away from home. But listen, if we want to be successful next season, we've got to turn those points into 3 points, and we've definitely got to start making the home a fortress. I think it was, like we say, a good reaction in the first half to sort of Saturday's sort of second half performance, which was really disappointing, and some home truths got spoke from both sides, players and staff. Yeah, listen, when we're able to start to implement sort of some more of our ideas and things like that, I do believe we'll be a better team for it.
10 minutes into the second half, they were ahead on the scoreline. Of course, they got a slight bit of luck with Phillips's attempted tackle, which rolls past El Just on another day that doesn't go in, and it stays at 1-0. But over just a few minutes later, we were back level with George's goal. Is that desire and belief a little bit that we have spoke about before, not to give up and keep fighting back, because there's always a chance to come back in the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's down to character. I think that's down to self-belief. Listen, you've got to look and you've got to say that the team is obviously just, when we came in, it was only a couple of points outside the playoffs. So we've got a really good bones of a really good squad. Obviously, we know that we're aware that we've lost some big players, and that took a little bit of adjusting for everyone, not just ourselves, but those around. But listen, everyone knows that we've brought back one of our own in the manager, and he will get the place rocking, and that's all that we can ask. We're asking obviously the players to a few things that's going to obviously change things in terms of how they think and see the game, and that's going to take away some of those really positive elements that they had preceding us. But listen, all we can say is fair play to the boys for showing us a bit of character today, because at the minute they're being judged on whether they're going to sort of fit into plans of how we see fit for next season. But yeah, listen, we're definitely disappointed to come away from the game only with a point. But listen, like I said before, it's stop the rot, and we just got to dust ourselves down. We've only got 2 more to go, and then we've got like a busy summer ahead of us.
Finally then, Saturday's our final home test of the season. Very tough game against Halifax. What's your message to the fans? You said we want to make this our home ground a fortress. What's your message to them leading into the weekend?
Yeah, listen, I just think listen, the support's been fantastic. We saw a few of them there celebrating with us when he got the penalty right on the halfway, and then we went over and appreciated them at the end. Listen, since I've been in the club, the support that I've received and obviously the manager has been fantastic. We hope that we can put on a show on Saturday. Listen, we know it's going to be a tough test, and we're all aware we haven't done good enough at home. And as I said, like, the Dagenham that I used to come to, it was a real tough test that you knew you was in, and I think, you know, for periods of the game today, I think Altrincham would say they've really come up against a tough Dagenham team, but we've got to try and sustain that for longer periods, and that means that, you know, fingers crossed we can go out on a high on Saturday. We know it's going to be tough in Halifax. We're obviously still trying to get into those playoffs, and we're in a fantastic position in the league. But listen, we want to finish off the league right.